So we are going over the mountains on the way into Asan, and I'm not sure if this is actually the way it works on a map, but it feels like you're actually getting into Asan when you get over the mountain, like it's kind of an unofficial border. We left at about 9 this morning, and it's about 12:40 now. It's like a 5.5, 6 hour drive. This is right about the time when it starts to feel really long, just because I always think we're gonna get to the mountain sooner than we actually do. And then once we've gone over the mountain, I always think that we're gonna get there sooner than we do. So this is maybe like the 6th time that we've driven out to Buriram. And then there's a time we went to Karat, so this is maybe like the 7th time that we've made this drive. What's nice is we don't have to use the GPS anymore because we've done it so many times that we actually know where to go. But it's kind of crazy that we drive through Thailand like this, just because it took us over a year when we first got here to even get a motorbike to be able to like drive around in Chiang Mai. And I'm like, oh my god, we should have done this sooner, like the motorbike's so great. And then being able to travel to fights was something that became a necessity when we moved out of Chiang Mai and came down to Pattaya. And it was, you know, a low season, and then on top of that there was a lot of political stuff going on. Tourism was way down, and Muay Thai happens in these cities to kind of be a tourist business. So there weren't a lot of fights, and I had to start going outside of Pattaya for fights. And Francis up in Buriram invited me up to do some fights in Asan. So we've been doing that for I think since August or something. So a few months now, and this is going to be like my maybe 7th and 8th fight up here. But Jaidi is here. He was sitting on my lap before. He was being very sweet and sleeping, and then he started doing a tap dance, which hurt a lot when we started going up the mountain. So now he's been put in the footwell, and you can tell he's not that excited about this. Yeah. This is one of my favorite parts of the drive, going over the mountain. It's just so lush, and it's not the rainy season anymore, so all the colors have changed, but it's still just pretty incredible going over. It's a really narrow road, and so you get stuck behind these trucks, and when Kevin is driving, which he normally is over this part, there's a lot of, you know, acceleration and deceleration as we're trying to get over past these trucks. And you know, he makes sure that the brakes work and all that stuff, so it's a nice little way to test the car. We always get one of these blessings from people on the roads that sell them at stoplights on our way, and they smell incredibly good, but they protect us on our journey, which is nice. Jaidi is now deciding that he's going to make this opportunity his opportunity to come back into my lap. So today is just a driving day. We'll get into Buriram probably around 4 or 4:30 in the afternoon, and then just rest that night. And then tomorrow, I'm not sure yet whether I have a weigh-in. If I do, it's in the morning, and then I'll be fighting at night. I'm really excited for this fight. I'm fighting this girl called Loma. She's Thai. She's a champion, WBC, and she's someone who, I guess, there's been discussion of me fighting for some time, but now it's actually coming about, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be my 100th fight overall, and then the next night I have another fight, which is very exciting to have 2 fights in Buriram back to back like that. And on top of that, it's going to be 100th overall and 101 overall. And then I'll go back to Pattaya, and I have a fight in, I think, 5 days after the next one. Coming down the mountain now. Let's see here. Oh, the sky is pretty today. Yeah. You can see Kevin drives faster than I do. But he's doing a good job. Yeah, so it's exciting that we get to do these drives and fight in different places. It's always nice to come up and fight in Asan. Jazmine, who's in Phuket, I think, she said that she wants to fight in Asan. I don't know if she has fights set up or contacts yet or anything like that, but that would be awesome to come up with someone to fight in Asan. Hopefully, when my friend Robin comes out, maybe we can get her a fight up here as well. But Asan is a very big place, so obviously not every fight's going to be in the same area. but it's definitely a cool, very Thai experience. If you're used to the kind of tourist spots, like Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Pattaya, the islands, stuff like that, you're largely fighting for a Farang audience because of the tourist business. So to go to Asan and have a completely Thai audience, it's just a completely different experience, and it's very cool. People watch fights very differently. So that's my update from the road at the moment, and we'll make a few more pit stops along the way, maybe get some more coffee. But it's a pretty straight shot, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow from the fight.